Okay. Not sure if this is working, but it might be. It entirely might be. Hello. Yo, Rick Hoover, hello? We'll go ahead and refresh this. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. 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 Studios, hello. Hi, here we go now. Hi, Chance. Hi, hey. I keep missing your streams, so I'll make the most out of this. Well, hey, I appreciate that. Participation in these streams are not at all mandatory. They are 100% voluntary, so I appreciate everybody who is here in the stream. It is wonderful. Thoughts on Electrolux Epic Series 6500. I don't believe I've used that machine, so I cannot give a valid opinion on it. Do you still own the Bissell PowerForce Helix Turbo Rewind? Let's see, PowerForce Helix Turbo Rewind. I think so. The green one, right? I still own the green one. Technically, I still own the blue one, but it's very broken. The motor's completely burnt out on it. Bye. I love you. Okay. So, I do still own the original PowerForce Helix Turbo Rewind. The one that's now called PET, but it's the same machine. I have the original version. Never used it. Still brand new. Still sitting upstairs, completely unused. Who makes better products out of these four? Taconi, TTI, Midea, or EuroPro? That's kind of like a battle for the shittiest companies, but I think between those four, the obvious choice is Taconi. Because even with their sort of recent problems, just overall, they're the much better choice. Prefer modern or vintage vacuums? That's a good question. It honestly, in general, I prefer modern vacuums. Yes, my favorite two vacuum designs are from 20 years ago, but that's not really enough to be considered vintage. They both hail out of the late 90s and early 2000s, And technically speaking, one of those designs, the Bissell Powerglide design, still exists to this day. So it's definitely considered modern in that aspect. Then the Phantom, yeah, the Phantom Fury, which is my favorite vacuum of all time. There's literally 3 of them right behind me. They are definitely older, but they're not really what I would consider vintage yet. I guess if you go based off of the classic car example, then maybe they'd be considered classic vacuum cleaners. So, but generally when I think vintage, I think like 80s or older. And I'm not a fan of 70s, 60s, 80s vacuums. You may find that a lot of times, you may find that I have machines like the Hoover Constellation and the Dial-O-Matic, but those machines don't interest me. I don't enjoy using them. I mean, the Constellation's pretty cool, but I don't enjoy using the Dial-O-Matic or any self-propelled machine like the Power Drive, so those definitely don't fit into the category. I'm very much a fan of 90s vacuums or newer, because the Elites, the early Maytag wind tunnels, the Phantoms, the early Dysons, that's the kind of stuff that really interests me. Even the Singer Bissells, or even just the standard early bagged Bissells, all of that is the kind of stuff that I usually like. And they're all late 90s, like mid 90s at the most. I guess some of these designs, like for example the original Phantom, you could say, or even the Clear Track, those are technically late 80s designs. But so really like 1990, basically the 90s is the pretty much the cutoff as far as what type of vacuums I like. What is your favorite Dyson? My favorite Dyson is the Dyson DC-14 Full Access. My favorite in terms of like collectible and nostalgia and whatnot. My favorite Dyson in practice, in terms of which one I would choose to use, Dyson Ball Animal 3. I only like late 50s to 2002 vacs. I only go past 2002 if it's an Oddball Premium or a Hoover. Makes sense. Good evening, Will. Good to see ya. I got a Kenmore Progressive IntelliClean with no bag at a flea market. It had the wand and the turbo brush and it works fine. Whole house cleaning on the 2061 Declan. I don't know what that is. I watched Vacuum Saved episode 20. To be honest, I did not expect that Singer vacuum to blow up like that. Are there any discontinued vacuums that you would bring back if you could? I don't know. There's probably some vacuum. There's got to be. I don't really have a good answer, but there's probably some vacuum out there that if I was able to bring it back into production, I would. It's really hard to say what that machine would be, though, because there's not really any machines from the late 90s or early 2000s that I like enough, especially if it's from a defunct company, that I could justify bringing it back into production, especially if it was still sold for what the original MSRP was, say $239. And there definitely would not be a massive influx of me buying several of them to use them as my daily machines, and also to fix up the older versions of that exact machine that I have. That just simply wouldn't happen. But if it was, I'd probably go with the Panasonic. No space for this thing. Why do so many modern machines use outdated stretch belts? A lot of it is a result of cost. I remember there was someone who commented on my review of one of the Bissells that I recently reviewed, and they were basically like, I wish there was a feature where you could just turn off the brush roller to make it, to make it clean bare floors more effectively. And I said, well, there is, but they're on more expensive machines, because the reason why they use basic rubber stretch belts is two reasons. Number one, if you're going to have a motor-driven brush, then you need to have a stretch belt, because otherwise when you jam the brush roller, if the belt has enough tension, you could cause the actual motor to stall out and burn out the main suction motor. That's why you need that rubber belt to be the thing that breaks whenever the brush roller gets jammed. And the reason why you wouldn't put a secondary motor in so you wouldn't need that functionality is because that adds weight, and it adds cost, and it adds complexity. All three things that you don't want to have when you're trying to make a budget machine. So that's why you still find lower-end Hoovers, Bissells, and Dirt Devils not use that feature. It's also why we're actually seeing more stretch belts than we used to in the past, because it used to be the case that companies like Hoover would have, sub $100 versions of their vacuums, like the Wind Tunnel Tempo T series, that have clutch mechanisms as sort of a happy medium to let you have a brush roller shutoff while still having one motor. The problem with that is that those mechanisms are very prone to failure, and as a result, Hoover has eradicated them from their entire lineup. The Wind Tunnel High Capacity, the Wind Tunnel High Performance PET, or whatever it's called, the one with the multiple cyclones, High Performance I think it's called, that and the Tempo have all been updated with newer versions that no longer have those clutches and go back to using basic stretch belts, because they don't want to add secondary motors, because they only want to add secondary motors in the Shark knockoffs, basically. They don't want to add them in standard design machines, and also because, let's face it, it's more profitable if people break the belt, don't know how to fix it, and as a result throw away the entire product and replace the entire machine because of a $5 belt change. So that's why a lot of these companies are kind of going backwards and making more belted machines. And this is also part of the reason why Shark has become so popular, because none of their machines have stretch belts. So people are willing to pay the extra couple bucks, get a Shark, and then not have the belts to worry about. Now sure, the motors will probably die much more prematurely than other machines, but a lot of people are willing to make that sacrifice because either they're not aware of it, or they just know that, to them, they don't even understand that belts are a thing. They just know that their Shark lasts longer in terms of performance than their Hoover or their Bissell did, because they don't realize that their brush roll is not running at peak capacity on those older machines, and they don't want to mess with it. Even if they know someone like me, they just don't want to mess with it. They'd rather just get something where they don't have to worry about it. And that's why Sharks are so popular, and that's why the vast majority of other brands don't have secondary motors, even though it would help them a lot. It's why that Hart is super popular. That Hart is super popular now because it's so cheap, yet has a dual motor system. So that's an example as to why most of them don't have it, and why the ones that do are succeeding pretty heavily. Got a vacuum from the 60s with the cord completely rotted. Yeah, that can happen. Especially because cords back then had a special type of coating that made them very prone to catching on fire, and rubber reversion as well. So, the Auric Platinum Pilot, yeah, that's a good choice. Rhymes with Jantum, yeah. Personally, I'd love to see Phantom I would love to have seen Phantom stick around to get more rebadged Dyson canisters with power heads. I don't really know if that would have kept happening. I think the Lightning was very much a one and done sort of thing. DC-08 or DC-11 painted black and sold with a power head. Yeah, that wouldn't happen, but that would be really cool. I mean, we never got the DC-08 here in the States anyway, so that probably wouldn't have happened. The 11, I suppose. Chance of getting a 3522-5 from eBay next month. Nice. Okay, so last time I mentioned a DC-15 Animal, I missed out on a local vacuum shop. Went there yesterday for a part, and it turns out the guy had thought he sold it, but actually just buried it under a shelf. Took it home for $50, and I'm in the process of cleaning and fixing it up. Need some TLC, but it works. That's awesome. I have a Dyson DC-01. Well, that's cool. What is your favorite Auric? My favorite Auric is probably the XL2 Ultra. Specifically the C-Lock Hypoallergenic Plus with 2 speeds. Out of all the Aurics, that's probably my favorite one. I do like the Platinum, but I don't like the handle on the Platinum as much. So I mean the Platinum / XL21 and the XL2 Ultra, they are very, very close. Like, I like them both pretty much equally. But for nostalgic reasons, I'm going to give the edge to the XL2 Ultra. Actually, no. The 21 is the better machine. I think the 21 is probably... No, I think the 21 is probably objectively the better choice. Ideally, you just have both, because those both are the best Aurics they ever made, in my opinion. And yes, the XL2 Ultra, when it first came out, didn't clean very well, but if you retrofit it with one of the newer brush rollers, that mostly fixes that problem. The XL21, I think, still performs a little bit better, though. I think the Hoover 1 Power HEPA Plus discontinued too prematurely. Like, it was only made for 2 years, so it could have lasted longer. I wholeheartedly agree. I was planning on buying one of those around this time, actually. But, because it was actually the machine that I was planning on buying myself for my birthday. But I can't find them at all anymore. I can't find them old stock. I can't find any place that still has stock of them left. And I can't find used examples either, so I'm just not able to find one, which is not great. It's kind of sad. I was carrying my Dyson DC-07 Animal on the top of the canister, and then it cracked and broke. Yeah, it looks like you're going to have to replace the top of the Cyclone. What is the worst vacuum ever? Black & Decker Air Swivel. Should I just buy a carpet cleaner instead of borrowing a nasty used rental? Yes, you should. You can get pretty deep. If you shop smart, you can get full-size carpet cleaners for around $120. And that's not that much more than a couple nights of rental, so just do it, and then you own it forever. At least until it breaks. And then you still own it, it just doesn't work. I would say if you can buy a decommissioned rental machine, that'd be the way to go. But it's easier said than done. It's like a Hoover Power Scrub XL or Deluxe, yes. Likely the Deluxe would probably be the better choice, but either one should do the trick. Is there a vacuum worse than the Black & Decker Air Swivel? Probably, but that's the one I immediately go to. The Hoover Wide Path Bagless Series. Yeah. Can you still get a Hoover UH30301? If that's the Tempo, I believe so. Let me look it up real quick. I think you can still get them on Amazon. Oh, that's trash. I clicked on it and it said 127 and now it says 185. That's stupid. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. They're $200 though, so they're $60 more than the version that replaced it. But the version that replaced it doesn't have a brush roll shut off, so it's kind of pointless. So you can find it on Amazon. And I'm clicking on a Walmart link. It says they're in stock, but the page hasn't loaded yet. So I'm wondering if you can find them at Walmart. What are your thoughts on the Quantum vacuums? Dog shit. Honestly. They look terrible. I haven't used it, so, you know, I shouldn't say that. I haven't used it. But I tried to actually reach out to the company to get a review sample, but they wouldn't send me a review sample because I didn't have enough Instagram followers. Which is really disgusting because it clearly shows that they're only interested in sending units to people that are willing to advertise for them, which clearly proves they don't have confidence in their product at all. Because if you send out review samples, or if you send out samples to people at all, then clearly the cost is not a problem. It's just, yeah, because I have more than enough YouTube followers and to justify a review sample at this point. I can confidently say that. But I didn't have enough Instagram followers, which doesn't make any sense to me. At least intuitively it doesn't until you think about it, because you'd rather someone show a picture or a very short video of your product than not an in-depth review where they can show you everything that's wrong with it. At least I assume that's the logic. So, and of course when you search this vacuum, my review pops up. How many views does my review on this Tempo have now? I'm not quite sure. 5,000? Okay. It's not amazing, but it could be worse. It's a year old though, also. Yeah. Okay. What did I miss? Would have grabbed it, but it was local pickup only, not near me. What was? I think I missed a different comment. Yeah, I just read that. I like the newest Dirt Devil products because they remind me of Dirt Devil's catalog in 2012, like with the big logos. Yeah. There's a lot of bad vacuums that exist. It's hard to find a definitive one. I agree. That's just the one that immediately pops up in my mind because I have the worst experience of it compared to any machine. But there's kind of a phrase that's going around that I think Linus started where it's like, oh, there's no such thing as a bad product, only a bad price. So, I mean, you know, any bad vacuum could potentially be justified if it's cheap enough. Hello, based vacuum enjoyer. Yes. 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 But, yeah, so that's pretty much how that is. Is that new Dirt Devil trash? How does it stack up with the Anubis or Cleanview? And which one would you prefer people buy? Between the two, honestly, they're both really good for the price. They really are. If I'm picking between those two machines, honestly, I'd probably pick the Dirt Devil. But in practice, I wouldn't pick either machine. I would pick the Sanitera SO4110A, which is only like $20 more than both those machines. $20, $30 more. So, but for $100 exact, and if you're deciding between those two, well, if you're deciding between a $100 vacuum, I recommend the Hoover Elite Rewind Plus instead. But between the two that were mentioned, I'd probably pick the Dirt Devil. But they're both really good, considering, you know, how relatively well they perform. I'm just mainly impressed with how good the Dirt Devil is, considering how poor all the previous Dirt Devils that I've reviewed have been. All the modern ones. Even the Razor, which I had a lot of high hopes for the Razor. But it just didn't Just didn't do it for me. Just had problems with it. Had a bad motor out of the box. Have you heard of the Bissell Flip Ease? Yes, I have. Oh, wow. You can buy the Hoover T-Series from Sears for only $335. You're saving $60. It's normally $400 for the UH-30-301. This is a great deal. Oh my god, people actually have bought it. I hope they didn't pay that price for it. Look at this. Oh. I have so much stuff in the way. I need to organize this. Okay, let me switch to the full capture. So, look at this shit. Sears, $335.79. But I saved $63.01. Isn't that great? And I can finance. I can spend $400 financing a vacuum that costs $200. I can literally pay double the price. Woohoo! Isn't that great? They don't even bother to upload a full resolution picture. Look how blurry this is. Jesus. It's crazy. But yeah. What is the oldest vacuum you have in your collection by year manufactured? I would say not all of them have the year printed on them, but I would guess it's probably the Electrolux Model S that I have. Because I believe it's from the 60s, maybe the 40s, 50s, something like that. It's definitely at least a decade older than anything else I have. Because everything else is at least early 80s. No, I guess technically I have those. They have those Kirby's that are, it's like 1975, 1979. But those are just gonna get scrapped anyways. I actually know a guy who's scrapping metal in town. I actually might give him those Kirby's because I don't really care about them. Unless somebody ends up wanting them. Do you think power fins would be a good design if it had stiff bristles with it? No. It'd be better, but it wouldn't be good. Well, I don't know. I guess I can't say for sure, but it would make a huge improvement. Whether that's enough to still make it clean better than other vacuums, that remains to be seen. But it would at least be competitive. Wind tunnel complete performance advanced. I can't believe I haven't reviewed this yet. I probably should. I feel like it's going to have the exact same flaw that the bagless version had, where it burns carpet. What are your thoughts on the Bissell Zing canister vacuum? It's fantastic. I need to do a review on it. There's a lot of machines I still need to review. The Mighty Mite and the Zing. Let's see. Yo, Intel Tech, hello? Did you catch the message on Messenger? I don't know what you're talking about. I just checked my phone. Let's see. I think Dirt Devil should just redesign other vacuums so it fits with their newest product. I'm very happy to be back on YouTube. I totally agree with your recent video on the ADV cleaner head. It does an okay job with pet hair, but it does a horrible job with fine dust. Yeah, and it also does terrible with grit and sand and anything that just tears up your carpets. Do you think that Bissell will release a director machine soon? No, they're not going to release any new ones for sure. What are your thoughts on the new Dyson Gen 5 that just came out? Haha, that's my response. I would love to review one. If Dyson's willing to send over a review sample, I will happily accept and happily review that machine. But if you think have the financial stability to spend $1,000 on a Dyson, that ain't happening. So that machine is not going to get reviewed unless Dyson sends me a review sample, because I just straight up don't have the means to do that. I know there's a lot of other tech channels that buy $1,000 phones every 2 weeks that are capable of reviewing that, and it's unfortunate because I just am simply priced out of reviewing that machine. So I'm likely not going to be reviewing that anytime soon, unless Dyson decides to send me a review sample. Maybe I should ask, but last time I asked Dyson for a review sample of this, they said no. So they didn't say no, they just didn't say anything, so they, just ignored me. So I just bought it myself, and yeah. So that's that. Chance, what vacuums are you still adding to your collection? Oh, I mean, a few. Any Samsung Quiet Jet or Quiet Storm uprights. Any Power Glides still. Crosswind 200 XL. There's still a few machines I'm looking for. Not too many anymore. Mostly just the really hard to find stuff. I'm definitely looking for less vacuums than I'm trying to sell, if that makes any sense. Because I'm trying to sell almost 30 vacuums. So just a reminder of the vacuums that I am selling, for those interested, if the document will load, which it doesn't appear to want to. I don't know why it's not wanting to load. So, I'm selling the Dirt Devil Silver Glide Vision, the Impulse, this Panasonic Performance Plus, the Constellation, the Century 350-200, the 7350, the Vibrance, the Kenmore Canister, the Rubbermaid MH12, the Hoover Convertible Elite, the V11 Torque Drive, possibly the T30, both of my White Path wind tunnels, the Boss Superlight, the Hoover Preferred. I think I still have that one. Yeah, I have the Preferred still. That Electrolux I mentioned, the Dimension Supreme, a DC-14 all floors, though I have to put a clutch in it, a PowerMax 2, a No-Fisk Advance, a Hoover, my 88 Hoover Runabout, and my Eureka Boss Light. And then also my, when I put a new clutch in it, my yellow DC-33. But yeah. I think Dyson might be hinting at a carpet cleaning vacuum soon. They just released a floor cleaner. I don't really know if I buy that, honestly. Do you prefer Dirt Devil or Hoover? Hoover, definitely. Just overall, I'd say I'd prefer Hoover. What do you think of the Bissell CleanView PowerTrack eBay link I sent you? It's missing parts, it's in terrible condition, and I'm not really interested in those machines anymore. The only version of the CleanView that I still want is the blue one, the 8990 or the 3575-5, I think it's called. The one with the blue canisters and the blue pull-out filter and the square base. I don't like the PowerTrack models. Chance, you also have the Bissell PowerForce Bag 3522-5, right? Yeah. I really want the convertible Elite. Yeah. Would you recommend the new CleanView or the PowerForce Helix more? I mean, but the PowerForce Helix Turbo is the one that I generally recommend, but the CleanView is better in the sense that you have more reach with it, but there also is less airflow because it's traveling so far to get to the bin. So it just depends on what you're wanting. Yeah, get the Power Force bagged instead. No, yeah, I agree. Definitely get the Power Force bagged, or get the Clean View bag pet instead, or the Sanitaire, or the Big Green that I always mention. Those are still the best choices out of those types of machines. When it comes to a budget bagged machine without a brush roller shutoff, those are still the best ones. They're better than the Hoover that just came out, the one that I'm looking at now, because this Hoover's more expensive and it burns carpet. So I don't know why you would. I'm also waiting for a story time about selling vacuums. I forgot about that, honestly. God, that seems like a crazy story. I think that Shark only cares about marketing gimmicks and not on cleaning performance of their vacuums. This is a Phantom. But yeah. Let's see. Do I still have a document of... Does the new Dirt Devil have a good quality motor that will last? It definitely seems much better than any of the previous Dirt Devils, so I don't think you'll have any problems with it. Because mine is in really good condition. It sounds perfectly fine. I think that Shark only cares about marketing gimmicks and not on clean performance of their vacuums. Yeah, everybody knows that at this point. Did you message the guy on Marketplace in Canada with the Power Glide? I didn't really bother. I seriously doubt they're going to be interested in selling it to somebody in the States. I don't even know how that would work. Because I bought these Phantoms from somebody in Canada, but that's because they were somebody that I knew and trusted. And so I'm okay with sending them money, and I know they're going to send me the vacuums. Not exactly the case with a random person on Marketplace. Let's see. Finding a Dirt Devil of that era is becoming increasingly difficult because of the flimsy build quality. It's like trying to find a Regina housekeeper in good running condition. I'm not sure what Dirt Devil we're referring to. Maybe one of the ones that I mentioned, possibly? Because all of mine are in decent condition. The Ultra MVP has kind of a weird handle. My Excalibur is definitely a machine where I'm afraid to touch it because it feels like it's going to break into a million pieces. But, yeah. Have you ever done a review on the Rug Doctor Mite Pro? I haven't reviewed any Rug Doctors, so that would be no. How's your night? It's going pretty okay. Do you like canisters? Not usually. I don't like using them on floors. I only like using them for tools. I'm not the kind of person to daily drive a canister like around my entire house. It's just not appropriate for most houses. Do you know Chance 89 35 25 is one of your favorite Bissels, right? Are you telling me what my favorite Bissell is? Okay. I'm possibly getting a Lightning. Would you be interested? Yeah, I'd be interested in a Lightning. If you if you have to ask the question, I have a Phantom, are you interested? The answer is yes. The only exception would be if it's like completely tore up and it's like a lot of money. Because I know there is someone who I'm considering buying a Destiny Plus that somebody has, but it's not in the best condition. But it has a HEPA filter with it, so I'm probably going to end up picking it up whenever I have the extra money. a lot of lightnings. I only have 2 right now. That's a very reasonable amount of lightnings. And if I get another one, I will likely sell it. Whenever the message gets to you, just let me know. Did you send me a message on... Because I don't see a message. Maybe it's in my requests? Hello, this is Dominic Vacuncurring. I'm ready to sell you the DC-14 complete. And oh, I forgot about that. And the DC-21. Let's see. Dyson, and it's not even close. What about Dyson? Oh, which is better, Shark or Dyson? Yeah, Dyson. I just got a lighting that I'm probably going to part out, so if you need parts, let me know. Yeah. I saw your message, but I forgot to respond to it. I think the only part that I need for my other lightning is the part that's also bad on yours, which is the neck on the power head. I just bought a wand on eBay for my lightning like a month ago, so if you had the lightning then, I probably would have grabbed the wand. And I think you said you didn't have attachments either. If you had attachments, I'd grab those. I think you said you didn't have those either. But yeah, definitely Dyson. I'm not trying to brag or flex, but Bissell might send me the Resolution Hydros team to review. How is it that Bissell... I don't understand how Bissell doesn't send me things to review. Because it's like, I've always been the biggest Bissell simp. And... it just seems obvious. But I don't know how... I don't know if I'm just approaching them in the wrong way. Or what. I don't know. If you end up with another lightning that's in good shape, I might buy it off you, lol. Yeah, I figured. That's why I thought, okay, I'll grab the lightning, because I know, even if I don't want it, I know somebody else will want it. I'm basically like the black market phantom dealer at this point, even though I have yet to actually sell a phantom. Because I kind of tend to hoard them all for myself. I just touched this one and I heard a cracking noise. Hopefully it's okay. Okay. They probably want you to review them in a positive light with no criticism, which is weird because it's like, when it comes to the vacuums, I've almost only ever been positive. Like, here's a genuine question. Have I ever, like, unpositively reviewed a Bissell? I mean, like, maybe the compact? Maybe. But it's like, I've consistently said over and over again that... Hello. Live wire? Oh. Were they out of live wire?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the cap's all dirty. Cap's dirty.
It's fine.
But it's dirty. Okay.
Hey, is the doorbell reading offline for you?
Yeah, why?
It's just... even though it's been charged and reconnected.
I just put it up, and it literally went off whenever I installed it.
What?
I was going to say, it should be working, because it's fully charged, and I put it back on the dock.
I'm gonna try and trigger it.
Okay. See, there it goes off.
Yeah, because it's not even registering that someone's at the doorbell when you press it.
That's really weird.
I think I gotta connect it back to its charger.
how you are with Furies is how I am with Cyclone XTs and Lightnings. Yeah. See, I would be that way with Cyclone XTs and Lightnings. I'm so mad. I'm supposed to. I'll be getting a Lightning soon. There's someone that I bought vacuums off in the past that I need to get their Lightning off of, but I just haven't had a chance to go up there yet. And then I passed up a Lightning on eBay, or not a Lightning, a Cyclone XT. That's what I meant to say with Cyclone XT. I literally passed up a copper late model Cyclone XT with a single cyclonic logo for some reason. I don't know why. I think I sent them an offer, and I think they they denied the offer, and I forgot to go back and actually just buy it anyways, and then somebody else bought it. So, but I should have just grabbed it right then and there because I don't have a good Cyclone XT right now. The Cyclone XT is the only Phantom where I don't have a good example of. Did the cat get out again?
Yes.
What the hell? Potatoes aren't supposed to be outside.
I know that.
Get the potato. Potato escaped. Grab the treats.
I'm doing what I need to do to get her.
Okay. PS3. Went to Ollie's and they had a pallet full of Eurekas and Pro 2X Revolution Pet Pros remanufactured. Even though I only have one XT and two Lightnings. Kind of want it. Well, maybe that swivel thing. What swivel thing? Oh yeah, the Powerlifter swivel pet. Yeah, I didn't like that one as much. But it's not like I was saying, oh, don't buy this because Bissell's junk. I literally said, don't buy this other Bissell that literally costs more. Seems like a weird thing for Bissell to be mad about, right? Oh, he told people not to buy this vacuum. He told them to buy another vacuum that we have that costs more and that we make more money on. How dare he? That seems kind of a bizarre thing to make. That seems like a bizarre reason. I just realized I have an old Code Red right here. I guess I'll drink this first. Where's the robot? Still under the couch still? I don't know where the robot is. I completely forgot about that thing. I don't know where that robot is. It's probably somewhere around here. It's probably stuck underneath something. I don't think it's under the couch. But I think... Someone's angry. But yeah, so... She get you?
Mm-hmm.
She get you good?
All 4 sets of paws.
Ooh. Well, she can't escape. Not allowed. I could tell she was pissed. She was yelling.
She did not want to come back inside.
Well, we don't want her to get run over.
I know.
We don't want mashed potatoes. That is one aspect where I don't want mashed potato. But yeah, so let's see. So anyways, I'll do a video of my Hoover once also propelled. That swivel thing, yeah. If you need a cheap vacuum that lasts a while, if you take care of it, Bissell's the way to go. Yeah, exactly. I agree. There are 2 new Hoover commercial products that are rebadged Auric XLs. Really? Huh. I actually had the new Mountain Dew flavor and it's pretty good. Oh yeah, the Summer Freeze. I don't really like it. It tastes too much like candy. Excuse me, like candy. The cat is pissed. She wanted to go outside for some reason, but she can't. It's bad for her. It sounds like she was very upsetty spaghetti, and she was. She was quite spicy. Because she was... It's not a cat fight, it's just... I mean, technically it is, but it's Rika's fighting Riley. Because, for whatever reason, She did not want to come back inside. But no, she has to, because we don't want her to be a squished potato. We don't want her to run in the street, because we live on a busy street, so she runs in the street, and she'll get squished, and we don't want squish. We don't want squish. Is Orc owned by Hoover? TTI, yes. Yes, get back here, potato. She is back inside now. I think I'm going to start daily
How's
driving
your
my phone.
stream working?
What do you mean, how's my stream working?
Because we're having an internet issue.
I think it disconnected like once or twice, but it's been pretty solid. Is our internet just like intermittent right now? Because maybe it's the Wi-Fi, because I'm... Or
I
no.
can't hear you.
Why are you asking me a question if you can't hear my response?
Yeah, because my phone won't connect to the Wi-Fi, any of them.
Let me check my phones. All of them. Yeah, my phone's connected. Yeah, my phone's connected just fine. What about this phone? It's quite slow. Yep, this one's connected. What about this phone? Yep, this one's connected. All my phones are connected. What about this phone? Yep, that one's connected too. So all these phones are connected, so I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, Code Red. Yeah, the Livewire is kind of my go-to, but they were apparently out of it, so I had to get a Code Red. Let's see. Hoover Commercial Prime Light and Hoover Commercial Superior. That's interesting. I'm going to look those up. Let's see. I'm going to reach over all these beverages. Hoover Commercial Vacuum. Let's go to Hoover Commercial. Hoover Commercial 40-volt cordless backpack. Interesting. Browse by so are these uprights? Bro, the weather in Colorado has been hot AF and rainy AF. It's been messing up my vacuuming schedule. Hoover Commercial Prime Light and Hoover Commercial Superior. Plain Rock. Yeah, Plain Rock 124. I have the worst phone in existence. Moto G Play. It's not that bad. Galaxy S9 Plus. Yeah. I've got a ton of... So, my daily driver right now is the Galaxy Note 20, but I'm probably going to go back to a Galaxy Note 9 because I just ordered a 512 gig off Amazon. And then I've also got a Galaxy Note 4 and a Galaxy Note 8 and a BlackBerry Priv. This is a cool phone, the BlackBerry Priv, but it doesn't hold up very well these days. But it's a cool little phone. Slide up keyboard, swipe on it. It's kind of cool. Fortunately, it's pretty obsolete these days. Battery life is terrible. And we've got a Galaxy Note 5. Then next to it, we have a Galaxy Note 5. Then we've got a Galaxy Note 8. And then we've got a Galaxy S7. We got a Galaxy S6 Active, which I think is dead because it's been sitting for a while. There's a lot of phones on this desk. I need to kind of reorganize all these. Playing with that. I do love the Priv. It's my favorite. It's definitely my favorite BlackBerry. But it's not the greatest in terms of usability. Oh, your Note 5 had a broken AMOLED. Yeah, mine also did. I broke it. I don't know why it keeps disconnecting. It was gold. Oh, see, I bought a gold Note 5, but I have to send it back because the touchscreen doesn't work on it. I haven't sent it back yet, but it's really pretty. It's in beautiful condition too. I got it for super cheap because it was Google locked, and I Google unlocked it, but the touchscreen doesn't work. Like the whole top of it doesn't respond very well. And it's just unfortunate because it's unusable, which sucks because it's in beautiful condition, and it's the exact Note 5 that I was wanting. It's the exact one that my dad had many years ago. It's the gold T-Mobile Note 5, which is unfortunate because it's really pretty. Look at that. It's gold. It's beautiful and gold. Gold, 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 gold. So pretty. It's like no dents, no scuffs, no delaminating. It's in really good shape, which is unfortunate because I have to send it back. So, because this is my second favorite color of the Note 5. It's my favorite color. It's definitely my favorite color. But my color of choice, if that makes any sense, is the silver titanium, which honestly, this is probably my favorite color. Usually the silver is always my favorite color on the Note 5, but the gold is really nice too. So we've got silver and gold. Very pretty. And then of course my other two Note 5s are black. The white one is the one that I broke. So if I still had that white one, then I would have one in every color. I guess there's a pink one as well, but that's not really a main color. But yeah, so that's unfortunate. So this has to go back, which is not great. So, very shiny, yes. And then I recently picked up a blue Note 8. But unfortunately, it also has to go back because they said it was in very good condition. And the side is kind of chewed up. It's got some scrapes on the paint, and the bottom as well. I suppose I don't have to send it back, but you know, I'm very picky about my conditions. So Note 8 in blue, and the blue Note 8 is kind of hard to find. It's a very like deep, rich blue. With the matching blue pen, but it's got some like scuffs where the S Pen is. You probably can't see that. I love gold phones. I have a gold Galaxy S7 that has a bloated battery. I fixed it, but forgot to swap the camera heart rate monitor lens. Ah, yeah, it's a very pretty blue. I hope you guys who like these, I hope you're subscribed to Intelitech Mobile, because that's where I do videos on cell phones and video game consoles and whatnot. Basically just hardware. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Gear VR. Which I do have the Gear VR headset, but it doesn't fit the Note 8. It's for the Note 7. Oh wow, it's always on display. Anyways, do you still have your Xbox 360s? Yes, I have all of them, in fact. Also, they just discontinued the commercial Empower recently. So the only original Hoover design they have now is the Portapower. What's your opinion on the Miele Upright? I really like it. It's quite heavy, but it's a really good machine. I'm subscribed to Intelitech Mobile. That's good. You should be. Yes. Come on, guys. Let's get Intelitech Mobile to 1,000 subs. Come on. Yes. Let's get it. 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 I know I haven't been posting on there very, very often. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to juggle my day job and this channel, which is my main channel, and Intelitech Mobile, and my other channel, which still has not been properly announced yet, but I technically launched it yesterday. So many other things that are going on. This is a black Note 8. This is very black. Look how black this is. It's like a void. It's literally a void. Just a black void. Overs were uprights. Was that gold phone an iPhone 12? No, it was a Galaxy Note 5. I see YouTube hasn't approved the membership yet. I know. I'm trying to get that situated. I don't know what's going on. I keep like submitting it, and then I go back, and then it acts like it was never submitted, or at the very least, it doesn't say anything about it having been submitted, which is quite annoying. But yeah. So hopefully that gets fixed soon, so memberships are live. Maybe it'll go live on my birthday. Who knows? I also can't wait for the vacuum collection update. I still need to do that. I haven't... Yeah, I really need to do that. This Note 8 is running Android Nougat still, 7.1.1. Boop-a-boop-a-boop. Something smells really good. I don't know what that is. I also got a Spigen case with that Note 9. One that I haven't... Last time I had one of those cases was on my Note 7, I think. Did Samsung send you the phone that you ranted about? Which phone? Are you talking about the S10e? Are you talking about when I was ranting about the S7 Edge situation? Or something else? What's the worst phone ever besides that UMX that you reviewed? I mean, that's the one that gets the honorable mention from me. I'm sure there's other bad phones out there, but that's the one that sticks out to me. Babe?
What?
Is someone making something?
Brady made something.
It smells really good.
It was just his leftover papadilla.
Ah. I want a papadilla. But that costs money. Hey, amigo. Hello. What got you into vacuums? It's a pretty rare interest that people would have. Did I forget to upload that video about how I got into vacuums? I think I did. Wow, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Whew, okay. Yeah, the S7 Edge. So I finally got them to refund me for the S7 Edge. The amount that they promised, $692. Although I meant to call them today, but I completely forgot. Damn it. Because they still haven't refunded me for my Note 7 that has been in their possession since November 17th. They still haven't refunded me for that, which is kind of ridiculous. Because I'm waiting on getting that back. Because there's part of me that wants to finance an S23 Ultra to like build my credit, but there's also part of me that I don't really trust Samsung, and I'm worried that I would send my Note 20 in as a trade-in and they would just keep it and not give me my trade-in value, because Samsung seems like the kind of company that would do that after the way they've dicked me over in the past. So I almost don't trust them not to do something stupid. And yeah. So what's the most incredibly horrible computer operating system ever? I don't know. If we're talking about Windows, I think the obvious answer for Windows is probably Bob, which is technically part of Windows. Also, Windows Millennium had some issues. People usually say Vista and Windows 8, but Vista and Windows 8 were perfectly acceptable platforms. Vista was just rushed a bit too much. Not rushed, it's just that there wasn't really enough preparation on the back end for drivers. Once that got fixed, Vista wasn't a problem. Yeah, sure, it was more intensive than XP, but there also was 5 years in between the two, so it's gonna happen. But also, Windows 8 was very stable. It just needed some UI improvements. And even base Windows 8, I still really like. And Windows Vista, I still really like that too. I still run Vista on one of my small form factor computers. I think it, actually no, I think it has 10 now, but at some point I'm going to dual boot it with Windows Vista and Windows 8. Windows 8 expired a few months ago. Yeah, I know it did. It expired back in January 8.1. And Vista's expired for like 5 years now. Anyways. Yeah, Windows 7, a lot of people like. I wasn't the biggest fan of Windows 7, but I liked Windows 7. Bless you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the blesses. Okay. Bit of a guitar break. My dad used Windows 7 for a while, but moved on to 10. XP was indeed legendary. I think, actually, I've got, so, we'll take, oh wow, I forgot, I deleted all my VMs, so I guess I would have to set up an XP VM again. Oh well, let's go uprights. Because I was going to boot up a Windows XP VM, but it appears that that is not here anymore. Let's see. So which one of these are the new ones? Oh, here we go. So these are literally just Oryx. These aren't even Hoovers. These are just Oryx. This is literally an Oryx. Yep, this is just an Oryx. Yeah. Yep. Yep, that's an Oryx. That's literally just an Oryx XL commercial, which I still need to grab myself one of these. One of those commercial Oryx. But they keep going up in price, and I want the blue, let's see, Oryx commercial. Because the blue one is what my aunt had many, many, many years ago. They've updated it a little bit, but it's $170. And for practical purposes, why would you buy this? No, like actually, why I don't really know if I want to show this because it shows my zip code, but I'll... Maybe if I open this in an incognito tab. Let's see, copy. Let's open up a incognito window, private window. And let's paste and go. So here's the crazy thing. Why, under any circumstances, would you buy this for $169 when there's no hose on it? Like, why does she look photoshopped? Like, is this just a woman walking and they just poorly photoshopped a vacuum in her hand? That's what this looks like. Look at her hand. That looks... Nobody grabs a vacuum that way. Oh, it's cringe. 35-foot cord. Low profile design. Powerful suction. Doesn't every vacuum say powerful suction? That doesn't mean anything. Windows Longhorn was canceled? Yeah. I'm old enough to remember 95 and 98. I remember 98 very vividly, and Millennium. 95 I'm not sure about. I have a Dell Optiplex 755 or something is my only PC because it's hand-me-down from my great-grandma and it runs Windows 7. Everyone releases rebranded Oryx. Yeah, I know. That's the Oryx XL 2100 RHS. I didn't know that. No, seriously, this thing, it says how long is the cord. It literally says 35-foot cord in one of these pictures. Others a video of some guy vacuuming with it. Honestly, I've never seen someone in the commercial environment use the hose. You've got a point. I'm just saying, why would you spend more for less features? That's the point I'm trying to make. Even if you use it like twice, why would you want that? Especially when you're looking at a direct air machine that is, it's going to get beat up. That fan's going to have problems at some point down the line. Because if we look, and we go to Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. Let's see. Bissell. Last I checked, this was $130. I don't know if it still is. Yep, $132. And then the $169, oh, that gives you some extra belts. Oh, not even. It's only a few bucks more. I mean, fuck it. If you're going to buy this, you might as well spend the extra couple bucks and get belts. So, why, when this is less than $140, why would you spend $170 on this? Like, it's a genuine question. Because you could make an argument that neither of these are commercial vacuums, that they're just consumer, lightweight, cheap vacuums with a commercial cord. But for what practical reason would you choose the Oryx over the Bissell? Like, I genuinely want to know that. The Bissell, it's more straightforward to keep it maintained. You don't have to worry about replacing fans. The bags are much easier to get. If you get one of these Bissells and God forbid your fleet runs out of bags or belts, you can run to Walmart real quick in a pinch, send one of your employees to Walmart to buy a pack of bags, and then you can get back up and running. Yes, obviously you want to buy your stuff in bulk wholesale if you're a commercial environment, but you have that fallback option. Why would you want to deny yourself from that fallback option for a machine that's more expensive and has less features? That being said, if you are going to buy an Oryx, definitely don't buy this piece of garbage, because why would you spend what is this, 80 bucks more, something like that, for just a knockoff Oryx when you could just get the real Oryx? So I definitely agree with that sentiment. Get the real Oryx over a knockoff Oryx. But why? Apparently you can buy both of these in a pack. I don't know why you'd want both. The bagged one is the only one you need. See, $275.98. So what's the what's the math on? Oh, that's a big calculator. Okay, so what's the math on this? So $275 divided by 2. So you're basically just paying the price for both machines. So, literally, this isn't even a deal. You could just buy 2 of the bagged ones and it'd be literally the exact same price. Literally. Like, even down to the dollar, it's the exact price as buying the one with belts. So, and also, I just realized the Bissell also has a wider cleaning path. So that's also an advantage. And this, in practice, the Bissell gets a little bit flatter than the Auric, although they're pretty similar. So that's kind of a wash. But technically, you can get a little bit further into spots with the Bissell. But it depends on what you're doing, of course. There are definitely some scenarios where the Auric gets in there more easily. But if you're like a hotel or a business, you know, you're not going to have to worry about that. So, yeah. And I bet the reviews on this are probably not very good. It's not commercial grade at all. What does that even mean? Because the front panel that covers up the filter bag keeps falling off. You see, I have the opposite problem with mine. Mine, like, it grips on there for dear life. I have to pull the thing super hard to get the bag door off. So it seems like their calibration on that is not so good. Bissell vacuum. Oh, I had an Auric, but no attachments, so I got this one. This person just proved my point. When people always complain that if you don't push the hose on all the way, it pops off. Yeah, that's true. But over time, that gets much easier with the friction. That's not a carrying handle. The carrying handle's on the back. Ooh, that's a nice drum set. What do we got here? It lacks power. Not as good as I thought it would be. Yeah. I want to see this person play drums. I bet they're very good. The price increased during COVID and it's ludicrous. Same model I had before, but just $50 more with the added yellow cord they put on it and the Siphon different vacuum. The one I had before was under $50. What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with COVID. You bought the commercial version of this machine. I don't... See, they use better quality plastic. Like, you can tell if you have the Big Green next to the Power Force of the same design, the plastic is clearly a rubbery coating that's more durable, and they've reinforced the pedal release and the height adjustment wheels with metal so that way they don't break, since those were problem issues on the previous Power Forces. And yet people are saying, oh, it's the same. I don't understand why it's double the price. It's double the price because they fixed all the problems with the previous design and gave you a 35-foot cord. I mean, ideally, I would say it could be $10 cheaper, maybe $20 cheaper, but I still think 130 is a pretty good deal for this, or 135, whatever we'll average it out at 135. You know, there's part of me that's wondering if I should buy another one of these and just keep it in the box. Same with the Sanitaire version. Let's see, where's this? Let's see. See, the Sanitaire one isn't as good. Oh, did my caps lock just get bumped? It did. See, Sanitaire SL4110A. I think I need to do an updated review on the Big Green commercial. See, this one's a little bit too much, honestly. Because this... And, wait, is it just me or does this have better reviews? That's weird. So yeah, I think the Big Green is the better machine, definitely. So I personally use the Sanitaire for home, and I use the Big Green for work, so to speak. But it comes with Bissell style 7 bags, which I suppose helps people with the confusion. I saw this review where somebody broke the handle on it. I've never seen that happen, so I'm not really sure where that came from. Oh, wow. One reason we purchased is because they were a cheaper alternative at the time. Suction power reliability is very poor. You have to go over the same spot multiple times to clean the carpet. It's not ideal for commercial use. What are you talking about? Can I return it? It's useless. How did one person found this helpful? That doesn't even tell you anything. Should I start leaving Amazon reviews for vacuums that I review on YouTube? Maybe I should. My associate's account got shut down for some reason because they said that I violated their terms, which doesn't even make any sense because I don't even know what they mean by that. But anyways, so I'll go back up here to my ugly face and let's see. Yeah. Oric is not a commercial vacuum. They're better off getting a Hoover Hush Tone or something. Well, the reason why I don't mention the Hush Tone is because the Hush Tone's way heavier. Yeah, the Bissell's only 4 pounds more, and it has tools. Because the Oric, they say it's 9 pounds, but because of how big that cord is, it's closer to 10. What colors are the SL4110A? It's like dark blue and gray. Jeff Bezos wasn't happy about your Shark review, I suppose. I feel like commercial grade is like the use of metal parts, stuff that will make it last longer than a normal consumer vacuum. Well, yeah, that's what I just mentioned. How on both the Sanitaire and the Big Green, the pedal release and the high adjustment wheels are reinforced with metal instead of plastic, so that way those problem areas aren't likely to break like they happen on the consumer machines. So yeah, the entire machine isn't metal, but the parts that are likely to break are metal. They probably broke the plastic connection to the handle to the base. Let's not get started on Taconi rebadges. Yeah, it happens a lot. There's an original Bissell Cleanview bag small at $89.90. Where? Like for sale or existing? They charge $15 more because of the metal handle. Yeah. And the metal handle's not even that. If you were forced to, would you vacuum your whole house with a cheap stick vacuum? I mean, the idea of being forced usually implies that I don't have a choice. So yeah, I suppose I would. I would use the, I mean, out of all the ones I have, the Honitor is probably the one, because I don't think the DreamTech would count as cheap. And obviously the Dysons wouldn't. Actually, no. If I was to vacuum my house with a cheap stick vacuum, my choice would be my Hoover Lynx. Assuming I had a choice. Cleanview $89.90 I saw for sale on OfferUp chance. There's one on OfferUp? But is it like really tore up? Let's see. Maybe if I go to OfferUp. Let's see. Offer. Because I mean, I'll buy an original Cleanview $89.90 if it's like a good price. I was gonna say, people still use OfferUp. They really don't. Is it just Bissell Cleanview? Is like, what's it under? Like, or is it one of those where it's just vacuum? Let's see, Bissell vacuum. Cleanview. Yep, I don't see it. But that was under Bissell Cleanview. Maybe if I go under just Bissell vacuum, maybe I'll find it there. I don't see it yet. Yeah, seen not much. Here, I'll switch to the yeah, I'm not seeing much here. There's a Healthy Home. Huh. Not much is interesting, just basic Cleanviews and Power Forces and nothing really interesting. This one looks brand new. Maybe it is. But I'm not seeing the clean view. Nice, beautiful vacuum. Extra Power 2020. That's a Liftoff Revolution Turbo. There's Power Groom and Bakersfield. The Field of Bakers. Power Force Turbo for 20 bucks in Michigan. But I'm not from Michigan. Not seeing it yet. Bissell Easy Vac from Michigan again. Little mini Power Force compact. I'm starting to get tired. Let's see. Yep, that's it. So no clean views. Search Hoover. There's a Fury on offer up in Illinois, or there was. Yeah, I think I saw it. It's like hoarded one in a Dollar General or something. I remember I used to search vacuums on Letgo. Yeah. You got a Power Force Turbo from Goodwill, 13 bucks with a bad brush. Is that a good deal? I mean, if the only issue is a bad brush and you're willing to replace the brush in it, then I'd say that's not a terrible deal. But I assume you probably have to replace the filters too. So I mean, it's not. I mean, there's not really any cost-effective deals on Bissells if they need anything. But realistically, that's as good as you're gonna get with it, for the most part, unless you got it for free. So I'd say it's a decent deal. If it's a machine you're wanting, that's definitely a good deal. Because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. If it's worth it to you, then that's really all that matters. Search Hoover. I'm gonna search Hoover. 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 I'm actually gonna put this in the fridge so it's cold. I'll be right back. Hi, cheeseburger. Okay. Now we're looking at Hoovies. Hoovies. Good old Hoovers. Mostly carpet cleaners and not vacuums for some reason. There's a Dimension in Phoenix. Arizona. Arizona. Hoovery. Yes. $50 for a pack of 2 bags. That's an amazing deal. Wow. What a steal. There's the Hoover. That's a hoverboard. Not much. Wind Tunnel Max. That might be a semi-decent deal. And I can buy it. But do I want it? Not really. But hey, if somebody wants this Wind Tunnel Max for a quarter of the price, there you go. Well, probably after tax and everything be like just under half price, but still. You know, get yourself a deal that way. Oh, is this one in the box? Okay. See, now we're cooking. And it ships. I actually might try to grab this, honestly. This looks interesting. So it's basically just a slightly older Tempo. Yeah, and I like the color scheme on this one. The white, or the yellow and blue. So, yeah. Am I even logged in? I don't think I am. But I'll try to remember to go back for this one. It's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Maybe Britt can grab that one. If he's willing to drive for it. Let's see. I'm not sure. That's not a Hoover. That's a Power Force. Not quite a Hoover. What's a vacuum you hate passionately? Black & Decker Ursova. Oh, there's a Preferred in Tampa. Hey. Hoover Preferred. And it ships. And it's in Tampa. I mean, nothing good really comes out of Tampa, but maybe that. So that might be a decent deal for somebody who's wanting a Preferred. Although I'm also selling a Preferred, so you should definitely buy mine instead, even though it's in worse condition. And more expensive. Wind Tunnel 2. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. For Scrubber in San Diego. Diego. Again, I'm mostly seeing carpet cleaners. Hoverboard on sale. Hoverboard on sale. Girls hoverboard. Used hoverboard. Hoverboard. Hoover 1 hoverboard. You did it twice. Bluetooth hoverboard. What is wrong with people? Does nobody use spell check anymore? Oh, what is this? Ooh. Hoover Elite 200 in Boston. Oh, but it's $100. What? Why? I mean, it's in good shape, but fuck, that's a lot of money. I don't know if I want to spend that much on an Elite. But I mean, if someone's willing to spend that much, there you go. Drive up to Boston, pick it up, or just have them ship it. So I think, yeah, because I'm only have the shipping ones up, because those are the only ones that matter, honestly. But yeah, so there's a couple decent finds right now, where, you know, maybe if it's the machine you're looking for, you might find a deal. I mean, I'm kind of considering I would pick up that Pause, but I just don't really like that machine enough to bother to pick it up again, honestly. Because it's a good machine, but I don't know if I really want to bother right now. Don't really have the funds. But by all means, if you do, grab those machines. I do have an Elite 2, a slightly different version. So I don't need that Elite. I definitely wouldn't spend that much for it. I'm trying to actually downsize the Elites that I have. That's why I'm selling my Dimension Supreme and my Runabout, my old style Runabout, and my convertible Elite, and my Power Max 2. I'm selling a lot of my Elites. So what about... Wow, this is really slow. Let's see. Phantom wallet. What? Some Twister bullshit. That's a lot of money. I know it's a Phantom, but still. What? What is this? Damn it, I really wish I had the money for this. Ah, crap. Because I literally think these people posted this exact Fury on Facebook. And I couldn't get it because they didn't offer shipping. Now all of a sudden they offer shipping. So I'm gonna have to... Batman. So I'm gonna have to grab this. Or honestly, if somebody else wants it, by all means grab it. Because that's a good deal. It's a killer deal for a Phantom. That looks like the bumper is kind of popped out, but you could probably reseat that no problem. And doesn't have a broken hose. Missing the attachments, but, you know, what are you going to do? So yeah, if anybody wants a Fury, got a good deal right there. But if nobody buys it by the time I have the money, I'll probably grab it. Does that say Backham? Phantom Fury Backham. Used good condition. Used good working condition. 12 amps. Last updated 5 months ago. Oh, they probably don't have it anymore. Alright. What about Dyson? What about Dyson? A bunch of the straighteners and whatnot. V15 detect. Probably, some of these are probably scams. You guys got to be careful when you're buying a Dyson. Make sure it's from a reputable seller. QVC. Wait, $400 for an Animal 3 Extra with a crap ton of attachments? Wow, that's a good deal. Did they make the badge on the front of the nozzle like super huge? I think they did. Because on mine it's not that big. Or wait, I have the easy push head on, so it's not going to have the labels anyways. So this is the same price as the base model Ball Animal 3, but it has the standard attachments, the soft dusting brush, the mattress tool, the multi-angle tool, whatever it's called, the groom tool, and the tangle-free turbine. That's not a bad deal. And of course they have easy pay since it's QVC. I'd say if you don't have an Animal 3, this might be a good deal.
Dyson presentation, that one might have been the best one ever. Totally broke my train of thought. I'm amazed by it, but I'm not shocked by it at all. Because Dyson equals cleaning power. Ah, but power is the key word here, right? My favorite TSVs are the ones that you pick.
That's what's nice about being into older Dysons. No one's going to try to scam you with the DC07. Yeah. I don't think I have to worry about QVC copywriting this. Because it's only like related to like YouTube and whatnot, and I don't think that presentation's even on YouTube. Yeah, there's really not much. Anyways, it's almost 11. I'm probably gonna wrap this up. But yeah. Look up Auric, please. Okay, I'll do that real quick. Let's see. Auric. Yep. Looks like a bunch of Aurics. Not super interesting, if you ask me. Just a bunch of Aurics. Brand new Auric vacuum attachments. Alrighty. Have a good night to everybody. I think I'm going to go ahead and head out probably. They changed the sticker on the Animal 3s and changed the shiny copper to a more plain copper so it looks more neutral. Well, in that case, I'm glad I bought a launch model that has the much shinier copper. because although to be honest, I don't like this color as much as the silver. In retrospect, I mean, for me it made sense because I wanted the groom tool anyways, but probably should get the base model. Also, I still haven't washed this filter yet. I probably should. Yep, that needs washed. Because, I mean, this machine's a year old at this point. Although I haven't daily driven it in quite a while. Because I've been daily driving my other copper cyclonic machine. And that's this thing. Ugh. Ooh, that hurts my hand. Okay, let's put that down. And also this not copper thing. Anyways, I will see all of you in the next stream and or video, whichever comes first, likely a video. Even though I put a video out today, I'm going to try to put one out tomorrow, since today's video wasn't really a full video. So I'm going to try to put one out tomorrow if I can. So I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, because my fiance's playing stuff on the TV very loud, so I'm going to have to turn this off before I get copyrighted. Anyways, this is Intellidex Studio signing out. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.